Friday, your day to reclaim your weekend and your life. I'm Flora with the FloraSage Therapies Institute.com. Are you a giver? Are you a doer? Do you feel like you're being taken for granted? Do you feel frustrated at the amount of things that you have going on each day or each week? Do you feel that people in your life assume you'll always help them with things, and then you end up doing so? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, I recommend you start implementing the word no in your vocabulary. First, I'd like for you to look at why you choose to continue doing what you do. Are you afraid that by saying no you might burn bridges? Are you afraid of ruffling feathers, or afraid that you might piss somebody off or disappoint them? Do you feel obligated to do what you do? In those instances where you feel obligated to do what you do for others, ask yourself, is the person or people that you feel an obligation for and you do things for them, are they able to do these things on their own or for themselves? Now, when you ask yourself, why do I say yes? Or why do I do things that I really don't want to do? When I say yes and I really want to say no, and when I do things that I don't really want to do, why do you do it? Really ask yourself why, and really allow yourself to feel out these answers. So really learn to recognize and know why you're choosing to do these things in your life. If you feel something or someone makes you feel obligated, if you feel that by doing these things you feel frustrated, or you feel taken for granted, or you feel exhausted, or you really just feel spread too thin, start to put up healthy boundaries and healthy parameters in your life to preserve your well-being and your health. Because if you continue to spread yourself too thin, that's going to act as a detriment for your well-being, for your health, for your sleep, for your stress level. All around, it's not a healthy situation. So this week's challenge is to question and ask yourself, why do you do what you do? And notice when you question yourself, when you question each and everything that you do, and notice, pay attention and notice to how these things make you feel. If they feel heavy or burdensome, learn to begin to say no to these things in your life. And when you learn to say no to certain people or groups of people or certain activities, and you start to weed out those things that feel burdensome and heavy, this is a surefire way to start to become fearlessly inspired and start to live a life where you have healthy boundaries and you have a confident way of saying, no, I'm going to choose not to do this. And you don't have to articulate why you're saying no. You can just say no. And many people aren't comfortable just saying no without explaining why. So if you want to explain why, you can. But if something makes you feel heavy or tired or burdensome or frustrated, or that deep sense of obligation where you're going, why is this person asking me to do this? Someone else can do this, or they can do this for themselves. Learn to say no. Learn to use that self-preservation technique of saying, no, I'm too tired, or I don't have time, or I'm choosing not to do this at this time. And if someone wants an answer right away, just say, I'm not able to give you an answer right away. Please find someone else that can. Or give yourself some buffer time and say, I'm gonna have to check my schedule and get back with you. And really sit with that question or that obligation or that assumption of you doing something for someone else, and really ask yourself, how does this make me feel? And if it feels burdensome or heavy, learn to start saying no to those things where you feel that burdensome energy or that heavy energy or that just feeling like you're being taken for granted. And if someone can do something for themselves and they have just come to depend on you to do it for them, start to back away and give them that space so that they can learn to do it for themselves again. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and any other social media platform, as well as email. If you haven't already received your free Fearlessly Inspired e-kit, head on over to my website, FloraSage.com, and download your free e-kit today. Until next week, I'm wishing you a fearless and fabulous day. Bye-bye.